216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Authors say to write what you know, which is why he remains unpublished.
How can you know nothing about anything?
Alan Cox.
That hack knows absolutely nothing.
On 100.7 WMMS.
Tonight's Kelsey Brothers bobblehead night at the Cavs game. Cavs are playing the Celtics tonight. Of course, Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce are from Boston.
No.
I'm sorry?
No.
They're not?
No.
They should really mention
and
where those guys...
Celtics and just...
They should
so
really
many things.
They should really mention where they're from.
They're from Cleveland Heights. It's mentioned all the time.
Right. Right. So yeah. Now I don't know if they're gonna be there. I don't know that there's been any indication about that. But this says Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce in the house.
There you go.
Is what it says.
They'll be at a house.
National TV, Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce in the house against the best team in the NBA. That is true. The Celtics are closing in on 50 wins. Very, very good team. But so are your Cavaliers. They're no Washington Wizards. They're no Detroit Pistons. They're no, it's a terrible team in the West. They're no Spurs. Are the Spurs still bad?
Yeah.
All right. Anywho. So tonight, Cavs, Celtics at the Romo Fijo. They're coming off that loss against the Knicks. But I have to assume that they've licked their wounds. Now, has there been any suggestion whatsoever that one Talorius Swift-Smith will be in the house tonight with her boyfriend?
There's always a chance. I don't know. What's her tour schedule like? Is she on tour right now? Is she performing somewhere else?
I don't know. I didn't look that far ahead. But the Kelce brothers bobblehead thing is tonight. Somebody's gun went off at Topgolf. Did you see?
Oh, jeez.
Boy. Hey, listen, you know how things can pop off at the driving range? One dude insults another guy's khakis, and it's on. Guy was having some swings. This was in Indianapolis, but obviously this could just as easily happen here in Ohio. Guy was arrested on 2 felony charges after his gun went off while he was swinging a golf club at the Topgolf. You want to be strapped when you're going into Topgolf. You never know what's going to happen there. They got him on video surveillance. He tried to kind of make short work of it and pretend like nothing happened, but obviously a gun went off. Nobody got hurt, but they said that he tried to play it off like nothing happened. People nearby reacted to the gunshot. They saw the thing on video surveillance, and he picked something up and put it back in his pocket. They were able to track him to his house because of a GPS monitor he was wearing from a past conviction.
Wait a minute.
You can't let that stuff get in the way of getting some swings in. People are religious about golf. What?
Handguns.
I thought that you're not allowed to have a gun if you're a felon.
You're
Yeah,
not. But when have we stopped, they just passed a thing where somebody's passing something that says that mentally ill veterans should not be withheld from owning firearms because, hey, they might just be going through a phase, whatever it is. So, but this guy, firearm in his pocket, going to hit some balls. Why not? That's part of the fun of living in the U.S. Anywhere you go, you might pay for somebody else's bad decisions. Whether you're at Topgolf or just walking around outside. Some guy terrified that something's going to pop off at Topgolf, I guess. Bravo.
I don't know that it's necessarily he brought it specifically to Topgolf. I feel like that's an accessory like wallet and keys that he doesn't leave the house with no matter what.
But he brought it to Topgolf.
Right, but what I'm saying
That's
is
what I'm saying. People
it could
who
have happened
people
anywhere.
who that's what I'm saying. Anywhere you go now, somebody, there's people who forget they have because they have them on them all the time. Doesn't matter where they're going because they're terrified of the world. Terrified. So they're bringing their AK to Walmart or whatever, right? Because who knows what might happen at Walmart. The rest of us are walking around, taking our chances.
Well, we're stupid.
Not them.
I might get a gun, to be honest with you, though. I've thought about it since being here.
It's not like a bad
Well, you
idea.
can't even.
Like,
It's not something you can really carry around in New York City.
Why?
The
think you have
handgun
to-
laws.
They have very strict handgun laws.
Okay, but
Like
either
you-
way, just to have it, I mean,
there's nothing wrong
two
with having a
women
gun.
living
No,
alone
no,
in an
I-
apartment in New York,
I'm not
I feel
saying
like
you-
having a little 380 or something.
Where are you going to put it in your apartment?
I don't know yet. The closet?
Get a
Well,
lockbox.
don't tell people where you're going to put it.
In my pants while I sleep? I have no idea.
She's going to tape it to the underside of the lid in the garbage can so nobody can find it.
No, I've thought a lot about that. I mean, mace and stuff like that. But I'm like, just carrying
Just
it
get
around
a
while
sword,
you feel.
samurai.
What am I gonna do with a sword?
A couple of samurai swords.
There's places
you
I can
train.
take a sword that I can't take a gun.
If you just walk around with them, ready to go, and then you just take them out, and then everyone's backing down if you pull them out.
Yeah.
Looking like you know what you're doing.
Have them crisscrossed across your back
Like
like
Leonardo.
your Blade the Daywalker.
Yeah.
They make bras that have concealed carry.
Yeah.
Between 'em, so it's a bra holster.
Mary and her tactical bra.
Mm-hmm.
The gun's ear. Well, that's an important decision to make, I guess.
You're not allowed to take it to Times Square.
You're
I'm
not
looking
allowed to
up-
take a lot of things to Times Square.
Yeah, I'm looking up like some of the new rules as of September 1st, 2023. You're not allowed to take it into private establishments unless they have explicit permission from the property owner. Signage posted for gun-free zones. So any private property? Like
Well,
you
you
can't
got-
take
you-
it into a bodega?
I think in New York you have to have a pistol license. Like here in Ohio, they don't give a fat frog's ass. They let anybody walk around with anything. You don't need a permit. You need nothing, right? I think in New York you need some kind of you need a license to be walking around with it.
Well, you have to get a concealed carry.
Yep.
I mean, I'm just skimming this very quickly. Can people bring guns into the subway? Generally, no.
Generally. And yet, as it turns out, lots of people do.
Generally, no. As noted above, subways are sensitive locations. For more information, see the FAQ.
If only they'd outlaw accordions in the subway, too.
Some
Or
lady
saxophones.
Some lady played the harmonica the other day. Pretty good, to be honest. I
Yeah.
didn't give her any money, but
Nice,
no one
Mary.
asked her to perform,
Right. You didn't throw her a buck?
Nah.
Oh,
I don't
come
think I
on,
had any
man.
cash on
She's
me,
out there
but
blowing
also-
on the harp. You don't learn the harp, you don't get no tang. She's just trying to get some tang out there. What kind of performance in the subway would elicit a donation from one Mary Lynn Santora?
I don't know, man. I don't really want to be performed for.
Well, they're performing for everyone.
I don't
But you're
think
standing
anybody
you're
wants to be
standing on the
performed for.
platform, right?
Yeah.
And the further away you are from the platform, the less likely that some mental patient will come up and push you onto the tracks. So harmonica doesn't do it for you. Violin,
No.
okay.
Well,
So it's
here's
not
my
it's not
thing.
proportionate to the level of difficulty then.
No. Well, maybe. I didn't ask for this. You know what I mean? Like, you started playing on your own.
Well, it's not a private performance. I mean, these are public
But,
performances.
like, I shouldn't have to pay for something I didn't ask for.
No, you don't have to. I'm curious at what point you go, yeah, I'm going to give that person a buck.
Maybe the harp.
The harp. Somebody getting a harp down the steps?
That's what I mean.
Oh.
When you said, is it a level of difficulty? Like, how much effort are you putting into this?
I mean, I did mean musical difficulty, not
Oh.
physical difficulty.
I mean, if you're
the
willing
harp.
to carry a harp
Uh-huh.
through the subway stations.
At one-man band, he's walking around clanging cymbals between his knees. He ain't getting 50 cents from me.
I found a list of sensitive locations, the full list.
The crotch?
Airports, yes. Airports, bars, and restaurants that serve alcohol.
My comment section.
Bill's comment section.
A lot of sensitive people in the comments.
When I make jokes about baptism,
there you go. Sure.
Courthouses,
People are very insecure about their religion.
educational institutions, emergency shelters, domestic violence shelters, homeless shelters, entertainment venues, government buildings.
Well, yeah, all those places will have
Houses
signs
of
on the door that
worship.
says, no gun. Or
Libraries, playgrounds, parks, and zoos, polling sites. Yeah, no. Public demonstration and rallies, public transportation, schools, nurseries, summer camps, and Times Square.
Yeah.
So I can just have it on the street, it sounds like. I can't go into any facility, but I can have it on the street.
Yeah.
I got a text from someone that said it is very, very difficult to get a handgun permit in New York and even more difficult to get a concealed carry.
So I'll get it in Ohio and bring it with me.
I don't think they transfer.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because you don't live in Ohio. You have a New
My
York.
license says I live in Ohio.
But you have a Queens address. You have a New York address.
Right, and you still, if you were to get in trouble, I mean, do whatever you want. I don't think anyone's going to be looking for your gun, but I wouldn't walk around with it.
That's the whole point of having it.
Yeah, spinning it on her finger like she's at the OK Corral.
Oh, it says, New York does not honor concealed carry permits from any other state.
I have a
have to
feeling
get a
that would be a
separate one here.
loophole that they would
There's plenty of
probably.
reasons to have like a gun or a handgun upstate New York.
Doesn't matter.
But
The
that's
whole
like
state of New York, you have to have a New York concealed carry,
That's
according
ridiculous.
to concealedcarry.com.
there's bears and all types of stuff in New York.
Yeah, but those people live here.
I
know what I mean?
understand that, but like they should not make it that difficult because I mean y'all have wild animals there and stuff like
Mostly pigeons, but yeah.
mountain lions and stuff in New
In
York.
New York?
New York, upstate New York.
No.
Yeah.
There's no mountain lions in upstate New York. Mountain lions live
These
in,
are,
like,
but by the way, she's
Arizona.
talking about handgun laws.
Yeah.
People upstate who are worried about bears have hunting rifles.
And shotguns.
Right. They're not
have
pointing.
handguns,
They're not
too.
pointing a 9mm at a bear that's
They'll
walking
got their
by.
Glock ready to go.
You don't know that.
Well, we have a lot of bureau chiefs in upstate New York, and I imagine they would probably tell you.
A rifle would be a better weapon in that situation than a handgun.
Yes. The Bear Mountain Bridge. You want to cross the Hudson? Why do you think that's called the Bear Mountain Bridge, Poundcake?
Because it's a bear.
Because
in a
the
mountain.
bridge is made of bear bones.
Oh.
And so it's made of all the bones that were killed by local bears with handguns
I
over
had
the
a gun.
years. Huh?
I had a gun. My ex bought me a gun
Mhm.
because he was a gun guy. I think I've told this story before. The first time I slept over his house, I went to lay in his bed and I put my arm under the pillow.
Oh, he
and
had it
there
under
was
the
a
pillow, yeah.
loaded gun with no
Yeah.
safety on under the pillow.
Yeah,
And I
he was
like,
scared of his dreams.
What the hell is this?
Yep.
You got to warn people that you have a gun in the bed. But he was a gun guy, so he bought me a little gun. I think it might have been
Little Derringer?
a 380.
Little pearl.
tiny.
Oh, look at
cute.
you. Was it pink?
I think it
So
might
it
have
could
been.
match your clothes?
Dude, I would have a pink gun.
Mhm.
Feminism, you.
Feminism,
Kill you
yo.
with my pink gun. But also, I don't want to kill anybody. Like, even if you break into my house, I don't really want to kill you. I want you to stop and leave. You know?
Yeah, I
Like,
do know.
Trying to hurt me or something.
Get out of here.
But like, if you're just trying to steal my TV, I'll shoot you in the arm. Be
Leave.
like, get out of here. Knock it off.
Well, you got to go for center mass.
Hold your arm out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot you in the thigh or something.
D-Rock says, Poundcake's finally coming into his blackness, and I love it.
What?
Because Jay-Z and Beyonce want a piece of everything. What's next, a metal album? D-Rock is apparently agreeing with your assessment that Beyonce's a carpetbagger in the country music space.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Whereas I think it's ridiculous to put labels on artists. Let them do what they want to do. Nobody's forcing anyone to buy Beyonce records.
They certainly are trying their hardest to strong arm people into.
Strong arm.
Yes.
Huh.
But you think the label didn't have a hand in putting those,
Well, that's what labels do.
those songs on? But
Yes,
okay,
that's what every record label does.
have a country song, but play it on a pop station? Like, why are you making
It's a
the?
country
It's not
song,
a pop song. It's a country song. The country station here plays it.
and they like it.
There's
Yeah.
been a couple country songs that have played on the pop station. Why doesn't it have the same crossover?
It probably will.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't program those stations.
Like Tennessee
but-
Whiskey, that is a country song, but it went mainstream.
I mean, a lot of songs did. The Walker Hayes, the Applebee's song.
Ugh. The guy's reading a menu over a banjo.
There's no banjo.
Guy's reading a menu over a steel guitar.
Nope.
Guy's reading a menu over some hill rod twang. I don't know.
There you go.
Eh.
It's a talk song. Talk singing.
Huh?
It's talk singing.
I know. You're like, hey, we got a milkshake, and hey, can I get some more water? Could you turn the heat up? It's a little chilly in here. Speaking of chili, do you guys have chili? This ain't Chili's, it's Applebee's. Did I mention it's Applebee's?
How did you not get the deal?
Because I'm not a songwriter.
Oh, I couldn't tell.
Unfortunately, neither is he. But, boy, God bless him.
Can we go back to the gun talk?
His follow-up, why isn't there a Sonic closer to my house? That one really took off, too. That was the that video gets a lot of play on Vivo and VH1 Classic. All but 12 states except Ohio. All but 12 states except Ohio concealed carry, and most of them are New York and surrounding states. I don't know what that means.
I think they mean ACCEPT, except.
They
Use the wrong.
They miss.
Accept,
I see.
accept,
Accept.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Dustin says truckers are advised to not carry a gun because they're constantly going to different states and those permits don't transfer. Guys, it's Dustin. Don't tell anybody I'm not armed.
I have a friend who's a comic and she drives a lot, but she's from Kentucky and she keeps her gun in her trunk everywhere she goes.
Mm-hmm.
Like we went to.
Sorry, can you hold on while I get my
I
gun?
was going to say, that's not really easy access. Why
No,
not
but
in the
I'm
glove
saying,
box?
Like, she keeps it in her trunk in case she's black. She says she keeps it in her trunk in case she gets pulled over. She doesn't have to reach for anything. She can tell him I have a weapon in my trunk.
Yep.
You can, I'll pop it for you. You can inspect it yourself, kind of a thing. But we did a van. It was called, it was some kind of a van festival over the summer. That was a blast. It was so much fun. And she drove in from Kentucky. And as we're like parking, she goes into her trunk and grabs a gun. I was like, what are you doing? She goes, you never know. And just like put it in her little holster in the back of her pants and kept walking.
You
out.
never
I was
know.
like,
You never know when
okay.
we're going to have to get to bussing.
There you
Right.
go.
But I asked her about it. I was like, do you always have that in there? And that's when she was explaining to me. She's like, yeah, I keep it in the trunk just in case. And, I've looked.
Everything in this truck done saved my sweet ass at least once.
She looks up all the laws before she plans on traveling anywhere. And, responsible gun owner stuff.
Sure. It's all good.
I like it when it's responsible. When someone's being responsible, they're reading the laws, they're paying attention. That's fantastic.
You're
I love
Yeah.
the trauma of them showing up to a family reunion and they still got the gun in their car. They're like, yeah, well, I got my shotty just in case.
My situation is if I have to defend my life, I want to kill him with my bare hands.
What if they have a gun, though?
I'm going to take it from him and kill him with my bare hands.
You want to watch the light go out in their
No,
eyes.
if somebody has a gun in a situation, the likelihood of me being able to draw down on them before they can shoot me is pretty unlikely.
You got to practice. Fastest hands in the West style. You know what I mean? Blazing Saddles.
I mean, I'm good with them mini hoops, but I don't know if I can get
I
draw a gun.
I think the skill set is relatively the same. I wouldn't worry about it. I got Cage the Elephant tickets for you. Those guys are coming back to Cleveland. If you want to see them live, along with Young the Giant, I will hook that up. If you want to text for anything else, 35192 to get me there. AlanCoxShow.com for the other stuff, and we'll be back.
It's the Alan Cox